With this dough, I am going to bake 3 totally different pizzas. First, in the pizza oven, I am going to bake this classical Margherita Neapolitan style. Then, in this countertop oven, I am going to bake this pizza in teglia di patate, which is a delicious potato Roman style pizza. And finally, in the convection oven, I am going to bake pizza baciata, which means in Italian, kissed pizza. Guten Morgen everyone. As I said, we are going to make today with one dough 3 different kinds of pizza. So, okay, it's not going to be really a pizza dough, instead it's going to be a pinza dough, which is almost the same, but we're using an S. The difference in the dough is that we're going to use a little bit of rice flour and spelt flour, which is kind of a whole wheat flour, and it's going to be much more crispy and crunchy. And here is the formula. Remember that you can download for free my app, Gluten Morgen Baker's Percentage, for Android or iPhone. And the other ingredient that we're going to use today, of course, is flour. And since we're making pizza, we need to use an excellent Italian Neapolitan flour. Now that I have all the ingredients, let's start with the dough, which is really easy. In a bowl, we put the flour, then the rice flour, the spelt flour, the yeast, salt, and olive oil. Finally, we add the water. Today, we're going to do it by hand, but we are not going to knead at all. We'll let the autolyse do all the work for us. And with this Danish whisk, we're going to mix everything. Making a dough, we just need to hydrate all the ingredients. Long story short, autolyse let the gluten proteins hydrate. And when they hydrate, they make this gluten network. And that's it. We're going to let the autolyse do all the work for us. So now we have to wait a little. Okay, it's been an hour. Time to check the dough. Let me wet my hands and take a look at the dough. As you can see, it's already kneaded. That's the magic of the autolyse. Now what we have to do is to give it some more tension. So we'll be doing some stretching and folding. And look how extendable is this dough. That's because we're using the right flour. One more, and now let me give it some final shape. It's kind of a sticky dough, but it's okay. And now I cover it and let it there till it doubles in size. And here's the dough ready to be shaped into pizza balls. We sprinkle some semolina on the countertop. If you don't have semolina, you can use regular flour. Now we divide it into pieces. It depends on how many pieces you have calculated. So the key now is to give it some tension, like this, slowly shaping the ball. And here we have it. Let's do another. We take the dough to the center, making this ball shape, and now we flip it again. Final adjustments, and here you have it. Now that I have the pizza balls already shaped, I can do 2 things. The first one is to let them here at room temperature until they double in size and they bake them and make pizza. The second option, the one that I like, is to do some cold fermentation. We'll take the balls to the fridge until tomorrow, and then we use it normally. Then you tell me the difference. So let's go with the first pizza, which is going to be a Neapolitan classic, the Margherita. It is really easy to do and really fast, and I'm going to do it in my pizza oven, which is already preheated at 840 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go. With some semolina on the countertop, I stretch the dough, and now it looks more like a pizza. And here comes the tomato sauce, which is not a sauce, it's just crushed tomatoes with my hand. I like to do that because I like this texture. Now I sprinkle some salt, a few basil leaves, one there, one over there, and now some shredded Parmesan cheese all over the pizza. And talking about cheese, here comes the mozzarella fior di latte, which I personally cut it with my own hands. And now carefully I transfer it to the peel. This is going to be fast, the oven is really hot. A few turns, looking good. And here it comes. Now let me add a few more basil leaves and a beautiful drizzle of olive oil. Beautiful and classic Margherita. I will never get tired of this pizza. Look at this cornicione, pure air. And it falls like a real Neapolitan pizza, so I need to bend it. Oh, super crispy, and it smells incredible. Time to try it. Straight to Italy. Let's go with the next pizza. Now we fly straight to Rome to bake a pizza in teglia, which means pizza in a mold. And we are also going to do it with potato. The secret of these potatoes is to slice them really thin, with a mandolin if you have. And then we're going to keep them in water in the fridge for around 24 hours. That's going to remove much more of the starches and you'll end up with a potato curved like this one. Let's bake it. Let's stretch with a lot of semolina this dough. And now very carefully with the peel, I'm going to put it on the tray. Yes, this is an Italian tray, the famous teglia. And now on top of the pizza, I'm going to shred a lot of mozzarella. And here comes the potato. Remember that the potatoes are not cooked and we're going to bake them together with the pizza. Now some sea salt, pepper, some Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of rosemary. And as usual, a drizzle of olive oil. And it goes straight to the preheated oven at 480 degrees Fahrenheit for around 20 minutes. Wow, it really looks beautiful. Time to slice it up. So have you ever tried potato pizza? You should, because everything with potato, it's better. Let's move on to the next pizza. Time for the third and last pizza, called pizza Baciata, which means in Italian, kissed pizza, because we're going to use two doughs separated by a little bit of olive oil. And then, when it comes out of the oven, I'm going to stuff it with incredible things. Keep watching. So with some semolina, we stretch the first dough, which is going to be the base. And now we put it on parchment paper. And here's the trick. Olive oil on top of it. Let's leave it there and time to stretch a second dough. And now we need to put it on the first one. That's why in Italy they call kiss pizza. Another drizzle of olive oil and I take it straight into the oven, which is preheated at 480 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes. And here it is back. It has a little color, but this is not finished yet. Time to open it. A lot of steam. It is really hot. Now comes the filling. First, a little shredded mozzarella. And now come these beautiful Italian tomatoes, sliced really thin. I put it on top of the cheese, and here comes more mozzarella. Yes, tons of mozzarella. And it goes back to the oven for another 5 minutes. And be ready for that. And here I have it back. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa. Take a look at that cheese. But this is not the end. We still need to stuff it with a lot of mortadella. And the green touch, basil leaves. Last touch of olive oil, and we close it again. Hear this. It couldn't be more crispier. Wow, take a look at this Baciata pizza. It's like a sandwich, but even better. And now the best part of the video, tasting it. So I hope you have enjoyed as much as me the 3 pizzas, and I want you to make them at home too, and tell me which one is your favorite. For me, this is my favorite. Good morning, everyone.
El tipo más molesto. ¡Se escucha! Los de audio, ¿me escuchan?
Que van a ir juntas al horno, separadas solo por una fina capa de aceite de oliva.